Hey guys, what's up? This is kaozbender here again for yet another video, and welcome back to Yoshi's Woolly World No Damage Run. In the previous episode, we completed 100% of world number 1, except for the special stage, which we will be tackling all of those in the, well, not on the very last, I guess, in the post-game of this Let's Play, since I just want to show you guys some beastly gameplay as we get through all of those in a row without taking any damage. Much like Super Mario 3D World, which is going to be the like the crown thing, like the Champion's Road. You know, without dying, which was pretty nice. Well, I mean the entire series was a deathless run, so I guess that also makes a little bit of sense. We're going to be taking this, and in the previous episode we also talked about my speedrunning experience, which was actually super cool. I do recommend you guys at least giving it a try if it's not with you know, with splits or whatever. You know, just do it for the. Okay, I was a little bit tilted. I didn't know that Shaga was going to be appearing there. You know, for just for the fun of it, I do highly recommend it. It's really fun. But I do have a little story, you know, and it's actually a little bit sad. Well, it's not really sad, more like it got me super salty. Let's go ahead and get these beads first of all, and okay, let me see. So the very first thing that you need to do is not only take these beads, but go over here. So getting into the story, obviously, you guys know that, well, I've said before that oh, that was a pretty bad shot, dude. I guess, okay, I think in one of these videos I already talked about how we have, like, you know, a customer that does, like, these, you know, the furniture thing, and the thing that I didn't mention is where this place is located, which is actually on, like, a town. I mean, it's, like around 20 minutes away from, where I live, so it's, no, there's something around here, I'm pretty sure. No, I already uncovered it, right? Around, yeah, it's, around, like, 15 or 20 minutes away from where I live, so it's, not too far away, but you know, the thing about this place is that it's sort of like in the, you know, let's just say that the roads and, you know, all of, like, this, well, maybe not all of it, but, like, the roads are not, like, super great, right? So I am actually rocking a, well, okay, I'm really not mentioning this to, you know, sound like a show-off person. I am not going to use my normal commentary for this, but I guess you know, the story behind it is that I went to that place, and since the roads are a little bit, I'll say, maybe not uncivilized, right? But they are a little bit primitive, and it's a little bit harsh for, you know, if you go with a, you know, with a nice car. I am rocking a new, what do you call it, Volkswagen, one of the new Jada GLI 2016. Pretty nice car. Got it, having driving it for around 1 month, so it's actually really nice. But why am I saying this is because I was kind of in a rush, and I was like, well, I need to go to this place. It was last Thursday, and let's just say that we've been working pretty nice, but, you know, we needed to pay them another visit. So I went in my car, you know, I just got in there and was like, okay, I'm super excited to do this, you know, as we had more progress in, you know, the things that they needed. So, you know, I get in my car, like, really. And I was also running, like, a little bit late, so I kind of needed to, you know, go real quick. So I get my new car, pop in the, you know, some nice music, hit the road, and what comes next is that I think it was on the way back, right? It started, you know, everything was going fine, actually, but for some odd reason, whenever I got home, you know, I looked at my tire, and it was, you know, pinched. Well, not pinched, it was, the tire was, like, running low and stuff, so, oh, well, that was a pretty bad shot, and I don't have any more eggs. You know, the tire was, low, is that how you call it? Like, whenever there's, like, not a lot of air into it, so I was like, oh, this is super bad. So I, first of all, I blamed it on the road itself, because there were, like, a lot of rocks and stuff. So I was like, you know, I can take it to this little, like, a mechanic, not really mechanic place, but, like, this place in which they can, temporarily fix it. So, you know, I wouldn't really have to, you know, to see if I could save it, right? So I go to this place, they fixed it temporarily, and I went to the to the car agency where I got it, and I was like, oh, please tell me this is fine. But sadly, the mechanics told me that it was a little bit unrescuable, which I also saw that. Going in there, I kind of knew that it was like a really low possibility that I was going to be able to run it, like kind of save it. So I was like a little bit sad, but whatever. The tire itself, I am not sure why these things are so expensive. It was $500 or so, like $550, and I was like, oh my god. Okay, it was like not the end of the world, it was fine, but still, let me see. I am taking 2 of these, pretty nice. I mean, I only need 2 of those flowers. But yeah, I was pretty salty about it. I am not going to lie. I mean, not really for the cash, but for the fact that I could have potentially avoided that. I mean, we have some cars for the company that a lot of our coworkers use. So I could have easily just taken one of the other cars in which potentially, if the tire was also pinched, it was not going to be $500, like a $500 or $550. So I was like, whatever. I'm still more salty about the fact that I could have potentially avoided it, not really the cash itself, but what can you do? It's things that I will learn the hard way, sadly. So yeah, I'm not taking the nice car or any nice cars to that place again. So yeah, that will be kind of the lesson that kaozbender has learned in that wonderful day. I will be having my donation link in the description for you guys to donate if you feel like helping me out. I'm just kidding. I'll put up my Patreon link. But yeah, it's that was on a Thursday, and by the way, if you actually want to, whenever you hit that switch, you're going to get the what you call it, these dunes or whatever you want to call them are going to pause. So in case you are like in case you need those in order to reach that. By the way, these are all of the stamps, and do we have all of the flowers? No, we don't. But I can tell you one thing. Okay, that was kind of a bad jump. All right. Okay, I guess the first thing that I want to do is okay, there we go. And for you to stop annoying me. Boom! There we go. Pretty nice. These piranha plants are fine. I mean, I don't really care about them. I'm not going to be taking any damage off of them, but the thing that you want to look out for, the thing that you want to look out for is this right here, which is going to give us the last flower of the stage. Super nice. And yeah, that's pretty much the story. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and if one day you get nice cars, yeah, don't take them to this little annoying, well, not little annoying, to this, to places where you could potentially get your tires kind of messed up. So, you learned it here first, folks, or whatever. So we have a 100% at stage 2-1, and let's just go ahead and jump onto stage 2-2. Now, for this stage, I will be playing as the Pikachu amiibo, but as you saw in episode 0, if you want to call it that, we will be having the kind of like the amiibo shirt. Now, I'm only going to be using it for Pikachu, and then whenever we have another Pokemon amiibo coming up, I will be skipping it since they don't give us anything. I mean, if we already saw that little costume, it's going to be a little dumb if the episode, like, let's just say that the episode in which I need to use Greninja and Jigglypuff stay together. By the way, we got Safari Yoshi, and I'll just skip this part. I won't be, using the amiibo shirt because, number one, you've already seen it. Number two, we don't get to see all of the cool designs. So I guess that's kind of going to be the plan. Alright, now the stage that is coming up is actually really fun. I really enjoy it, and you guys will see why. First of all, I am going to be picking my Pikachu amiibo, and where is... oh, yeah, there we go. The amiibo Yoshi, I guess. They didn't even get the rights to use the names. I mean, come on, Game Freak. It's really nice. A really nice and friendly game. I'm not really sure why you wouldn't want to let them use your, even the names of your creatures. But whatever, it's not really up to me. Alright, let's go back to world number 2. And let's just go ahead and, okay, I was going to say some of my usual Let's Play language, but as always, I'm not going to be doing that. This stage is really fun, and it's because it has a lot of hidden stuff. I might potentially have to redo the stage here in a recording and show you guys like 100% either sped up in case I miss like a stamp or, you know, flower, a bunch of yarn. First thing that you will notice is that you're not going to be able to pick these up. Why is it? Is because you are going to be able to jump into the background. Little mouse is going to pop right here, and we want to grab this, which is going to give us a couple of hearts. And we have more of the sponges, which you can actually do the you can actually stop your ground pound midair, which is really useful in case you you know, in case you have like some stuff that you want to discover. That's going to be helping you out a ton. Alright, so the very first thing that we want to tackle is this little, the cloud, which is going to give us this bouncy thing. And here you might be, wow, there's nothing, but there's a bunch of yarn. This is basically the main mechanic of this game. You're going to be going through, like, the background and the foreground, I think it's what you call it. Looking for both beads, flowers, a bunch of yarn, and, you know, you get all the collectibles. Alright, so I am pretty sure there's going to be a cloud right over here, which will give us the, what is it, a flower? Oh, there you can see the flower from, like, the, from behind. You can also see that from, at the end of the stage, which is actually pretty nice. Alright, is there anything over here? Yes, there is. What is it, a bunch of hearts? Yes, that is correct. And sorry for repeating myself a little bit. Now here, you want to stop, and the reason for that is because if you get over here, there's something secret. You can still kind of savage it. Savage or salvage, I'm not really sure if that's what you call it. We're going to be able to get over here, and you're going to have a second chance at this. But, you know, I guess this is like the best way to do it. Is there anything over here? No, there's not, so you don't really need to worry about that. Getting over here, we have this little mouse, so there's some stuff hidden over here, pretty nice. I mean, all of this is just a kind of trial and error, just kind of looking for that. Looking for hidden stuff that you want. And in case you are not finding something, here in that little thing behind the, like the, what do you call it, the chaining or whatever, the flower would be there, and you might be like, where is it? You know, I can't see it. But if you go to the background, you will go like, oh, so they're there. So going back and forth is going to give you like a little hint of where you need to do it. So that's pretty nice. Alright, now the next thing that I want to do is, okay, that didn't even fit that, so I feel a little bit dumb for doing that, but now we can actually do this. Oh, that didn't even hit either? Oh, that is really troll. There we go. Alright, so pretty nice. I'm not sure if the mice are going to hit you. I mean, they are aiming for your balls of yarn, I guess, but, you know, I guess it's a little bit easy to avoid them. Alright, so the very first thing that you wanted to look for is this right here. Now, if you step on this, you're not going to be able to go back. So, what you want to do first of all is go ahead and jump on this right here, and you will be able to get flower number 3 by accessing the secret area. Okay, really quick cut. I missed one of the stamps, and it is right here as you pass through this set of, like, bumpers or whatever. And let's go back to the original recording. Alright, and now we're going to be doing the same for this right over here. Avoid the mice, do not take any damage. Pretty nice. And now we're and now we can actually go all the way to this place by hitting a checkpoint, and we have yet another transformation sequence. And what is it going to be? It's one of my least favorite out of all of them. It is a mole Yoshi, or whatever you want to call it. Oh, it is a mole Yoshi. I didn't even know that. We press B, and we're gonna be able to dig through this. Now, I was never really super good at this one. This is a returning mechanic from Yoshi's Island, and I've never been super great at it. But, in this game, I guess they kind of tuned it down to not be, like, super difficult. I mean, the controls here are pretty nice. However, if you have played Yoshi's Island, you know exactly what I'm talking about in when I say that this sort of stage in that game is actually a little bit, I'll just leave it at annoying, alright? So I just want to get that, and that was actually a pretty nice aiming. Alright, and by doing that, I'm pretty lucky that I had 100% in everything, well, in the cave, sorry. Do we have anything in here? No, we don't. Now, we have these, I mean, they're like robot blocks, robot-looking blocks, I'm guessing. Now let's see, the very first thing that you want to do, and you know what's actually cool is that they actually that they block the entrance. I need to stop saying actually a lot. Actually, okay, I'm just kidding. Let's see, we get a stamp out of this, pretty nice, and you want to get more of this right over here. Now, after we get that, we will be hitting this. This is going to give us a flower. There's a couple more not bunches of yarn, a couple of yarn balls in here. Now, I'm not sure if you get squished by these, if you're going to take either your usual 5 hearts of damage, or if you're going to get knocked out of the stage, because that is, you know, that's what's going to happen later on. There are going to be some spikes that are going to be like a one-hit KO, and you're going to go like goodbye. So you kind of want to be careful for that. But here, if you are squished by them, I'm not sure if you know, if you get KO'd or it's just like a, you know, like a couple of damage. But I guess we're not going to be figuring out because I'm not even going to try it either way. I mean, if you guys go, I mean, if I take damage, like, just testing stuff, I mean, you guys could potentially go like, oh, wow, you took some damage, redo, this is just all fake. So I'm not going to do that, obviously. You know, I guess we could test all of that whenever we get into the post-game, well, after the post-game, because the post-game is going to be just basically the, by the way, the very first thing that I need to do over here. This might not be super obvious at first, but you want to take this, and this is going to be revealed. Pretty cool. But yeah, the post game is going to be the what do you call it? The special stages without taking any damage, and then we can have like a actual post game in which we're going to be having some you know, like things that I didn't show in the Let's Play, like either dying or taking damage or whatever. I'm still not really sure. But let's see, we have 4 flowers, 4 bunches of yarn, and I'm pretty sure we are done with everything over here. So let's go back to the foreground. And no, I'm pretty sure we're not done with this one. So let's see, I do not want to get squished, and do not get hit by the mouse. That would have been super sad, obviously. But, you know, as I've said before, they are actually after your yarn balls, I guess. So yeah, you want to be sort of careful for that. All right, there's nothing here, and I guess we will go back to the foreground, because what we need to do this time around is go over here. And you might be like, oh, what do I do? Well, you need to go over here. Just okay, I think I'm over explaining things, but let's just go ahead and grab one of a topic, which is work. So I've actually told you guys, you know, I've asked you guys a lot, and let's see, I have 3 left over and 1 flower. I've asked you guys a lot about school, but I've never actually asked if you guys are in, let's see, I'm pretty sure I missed something, dude. If I missed something, I will just be, okay, I'm still missing 1 flower, so I think there's still like a chance that I get it. Somewhere around here, pretty sure I missed something. So, okay, let me see. We got 1, and another 1, and sadly, super sadly, I am only down 1 stamp, so it's time to redo. I'll be right back. Mice, get away from me! Alright, press start in order to see 5 flowers, 5 bunches of yarns. 5 bunches of yarn, 20 stamps, and 20 hearts in order to complete the stage 100%. Sorry for that little, like, cut or whatever. You guys have already seen where the stamp is and whatnot, so I'm not really sure how I'm going to edit this together, but hopefully it will be pretty decent. Alright, and we have this right over here with... Okay, I'm not even sure why I'm doing this, but whatever. Alright. And let's see, is there anything else that I would like to... Veal Witsit. This community, sure. I don't like people K-by. Yeah, this community is pretty interesting, if I may say so myself. Anyway, 100% of the world 2-1 and 2-2 with this annoying little cave, and we're going to be getting... What is it? It's none other than... Cinnamon Yoshi. Not really sure why cinnamon, but whatever. let's just go ahead and knit this together, go back to Craft Island, as I tell you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this wonderful episode of Woolly World. Make sure to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed, or if you have some input to give about the Let's Play. And I do reading, I do love reading all of your guys' comments. But as of now, hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode when we tackle 2-3 and 2-4. You guys have a great day, and I will see you then.